Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, Chapter 1. Uploaded a couple of different things on the channel days past. We're up to 91 subscribers now on the channel. That's awesome. I'm very happy about that. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and continue this story. Continue the main story. If this is your first time here, happy to have you. Hit like, hit the subscribe button, and let's go ahead and continue. Yard. Huh, interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's grim. I assume I'm supposed to investigate this somehow. This man's legs are like broken and stuff.
Oof, a contortionist you were not.
Jeez Louise. Okay. I was not expecting that at all.
A missing pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilded.
Wow.
Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
Did a lady do this to him?
A kneecap reduced to splinters.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
Wow. What the heck? Oh, there you go. There's like some evidence over there that I can mess with. Oh.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are
I guess it was an
hopeless.
elephant. Thought it was like a lion or something.
A strong pull broke this leash.
That's a big old chain. That's more than a leash. Ah, there we go. I think that's the last piece of evidence that
A
I'm
pool of
supposed to look
blood
at.
and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence. This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
Oh, I think this is the entrance over here. There you go. That was weird. I was trying to find it. Okay. I think I have to ask them if I could use their
Stop the
archives.
presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or Nosebaggerspun's local life? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Oh,
Gossip?
jeez.
The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin
Seems that
Sertel,
way.
editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press, voice of the people, scourge of the silk stocking.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives? There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access, and you let me keep writing about your exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges. Now that's character development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things.
Okay. That's good. I was afraid for a second that she was going to ask me to do some sort of side mission. That tends to happen a lot in these, because I remember to get access to the police station, I had to do some kind of side mission to get there. Kind of looked at that a little bit, but I kind of
A
skipped it
sailor's
somehow.
knife, useful for cutting wet and thick ropes. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding.
There we go, that's the second clue. Now to find the third.
Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
Okay.
In a fit of
Oh, there
rage,
you go.
the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what?
Key evidence. Oh, there you go. I thought it was... I was like something was prompting. Oily water. Forest clearing. What the heck is that?
Strange. It was hung with care.
Huh. This is somebody's attire. Okay, there's curtains over there. I think I can go up now. Go further upstairs. Oh, cutscene. Yep. I had a feeling it was going to be one of those stories.
You? Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilded was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss.
Imogen Gilded.
Okay,
Please, I beg of
creepy
you.
lady.
Find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
Tell me everything you know.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
Theater played with fire. I'm sorry for your loss.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gilded. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilded. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Provide evidence. We haven't met before. Give her some evidence. Animal suspect. Traces near the shed.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Interesting.
I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Miss Gilded, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Okay. I guess we go.
You are guilty, Mr. Swift. Killing Theodore Gilded was a testing challenge. You succeeded.
What makes you think I'm somehow involved in Gilden's death? My partner's death, I might remind you.
You were at the crime scene, your dart hit Goliath, you protected your research. Let's see, your dart hit Goliath.
Your dart uses strychnine to kill rodents at the site, is that correct?
Well, yes, that is its purpose.
The same dart with strychnine was found on Goliath. The very same substance is a powerful stimulant. It causes convulsions, a flow of energy. You shot Goliath. The elephant became extremely energetic, agitated, and so terrified that it killed its owner. For a man of your age, it was easier to hit a larger grey target than a small man.
You said it yourself. Goliath killed Theodore, and your strychnine speculations are absurd. Only athletes use it as a stimulant, not elephants.
True, but one dart of strychnine would not be enough to kill the elephant, and you knew it. You were there when Theodore Gilded died.
Nonsense. I visited him many times, but I wasn't there when the elephant killed him.
Then I must have made a mistake, because the murderer met Goliath's rage personally. The perpetrator was hit by the gate and thrown into the shed. Your bruise matches the contour of the broken hole. One further detail is that the murderer had a bosun's knife, fairly useful in a place where one might cut ropes and fabric, such as, I don't know, the dig site?
That's your interpretation of the facts, Mr. Holmes. You've simply aligned them to suit your hypothesis.
It's not a hypothesis once proven, it's theory, Mr. Swift. Let me tell you a story. A man spends almost 5 years of his life locating an artifact. He puts every ounce of energy and money into his research. The same man even goes so far as to sign a contract with a ruthless man, a businessman. It was a risk, but the reward would be worth it. Years go by and there's still no result, so the businessman decides to end the man's research. He spits on the research, he promises to bury the site under an eccentric project. All of this is just his whim. Theodore Gilded could do anything he wanted with this place, and you were anxious about the fate of your research. You wished to protect it. You tried to tame Gilded's eccentricity, but you killed him instead.
Theodore wasn't trying to sabotage my career. We had a disagreement, but it wasn't as dire as you describe it. He wasn't a pleasure to talk to, but killing him? Nonsense.
Theodore
guilty.
Gilded was a capricious man, extremely impulsive. But the cold-blooded nature of your plan makes you even more dangerous. You feel nothing. You show no remorse. It was simply a calculated move. And that is why you are under arrest.
Nothing. You have nothing on me.
I think I'll let the police decide if my findings are substantial enough for prosecution.
This is all a dreadful mistake. This can't be happening. The elephant killed Theodore.
Goliath is innocent and he should be free. He is not the real murderer here. That is the apex of your career, Mr. Swift. Farewell.
I told you Mr. Swift was not a real archaeologist. He was a murderer. I knew there was something wrong with him.
Fortunately for us, being a murderer was not his profession. And about the elephant.
While you were busy, I've dealt with it. No thanks to you. I asked you to solve this wretched problem, but you didn't.
I couldn't be in two places at once, Miss Gilded. I was catching your father's murderer. But how have you dealt with it?
A man agreed to take the elephant away. He came to me asking for permission to relocate it to his property, and I accepted.
Well, congratulations, I suppose. That is one less problem.
Actually, two, Mr. Holmes. I found my father's possessions that you can take with you and disappear.
I appreciate it, truly.
Well, someone has to do something. Take everything if you need to, and leave me be.
Take care of yourself, Miss Gilded.
Interesting. All right, that case is complete. That took me forever, but thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Hit like, hit subscribe, all of that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.